Hey everyone, Carl back with Littleroot Laddering, finishing up the week with some more Ceelytoed. I feel like I'd just be beating a dead horse here if I just kept repeating the same things over and over. Team, like I said, I've said many times before, it's a bunch of feel-good bonds. Dracovish and Polytoad and Celesteela and Raichu have felt really, really good. Whimsicott has kind of been middling. I kind of wish we had Energy Ball instead of Moonblast, but I can see why we have Moonblast because we don't have a guaranteed way to fight opposing dragons. Cinderace has been the one weird thing on the team because Cinderace is a fire type and Pyro Ball is really big damage, but then Polytoad weakens that. So it's just this balance of trying to be in the rain, out of the rain, things like that. Also, Dynamax targets are very limited. You are limited to doing Cinderace or Celesteela. You can do Dracovish or Polytoad if you really want to. But, the more I played as a team, it's just felt I'm really limited on Dynamax. I have to bring Cinderace or I have to bring Celesteela to almost every game just so I have a strong, solid Dynamax target. The last slot here, this Raichu, honestly, it probably could be Tapu Koko. Screen's Koko would also probably fit into the slot pretty well. Could also see this being a Regieleki and just having screens plus really high damage output with Transistor and Transistor Thunderbolt, Transistor Volt Switch. Could also be Speed Control with Electro Web. So this Raichu's kind of felt middling as well. But yeah, we'll get back into some more games with this and finish out the week with this team. What do we have? I see no legendaries, no sub-legendaries, no legendaries of any kind. I do see a Durant. Durant is scary. Durant makes me want to bring Whimsicott Cinderace, just outspeed it, make sure I have a way to beat it. Because Whimsicott will taunt the Clefairy and then... No, that won't work. Because they'll just quick follow me. I think... we can do... Whimsicott, Polytoad. Actually, no. Whimsicott, Celesteela. Cinderace in the back for Durant. And then probably bring this Dracovish to deal with everything else after Tailwind's up. Yeah. I'm expecting Clefairy Durant. Could also do Clefairy Urshifu here, which Celesteela helps deal with both pretty effectively. We'll have to see. Number one goal is to taunt this Clefairy. Milotic Manectric. Okay. Not the lead I was expecting. But I can probably deal a significant amount of damage by going Tailwind and Meteor Beam into the Manectric. This will probably do a decent chunk. Manectric's not terribly bulky. Unlike Milotic, Milotic's very bulky in comparison. Manectric can proc my Policy. Well, no, I don't have Policy, I have Power. I'm confusing this one with the other team that was on here. So we outspeed the Manectric, Meteor Beam, Power Herb. It'll hit hard. I don't know if it'll take it out, but it'll hit pretty hard. Get the +1. See how much damage this does. Is that a sash? Yes, it is. Okay. We take that pretty well. Milotic Ice Beam into the Whimsicott. Deal. That's fine. You take out the Whimsicott. Because we're bringing in Dracovish here to clean up everybody else. I feel like we just click Vicious Friend here. And then Air Slash to Milotic. If they want to take out Celesteela here, they can. Yeah, Manectric's gonna protect, that's fine. Just delaying the inevitable here. Going for a flinch here. No flinch. Ice beams into Ceelytoed to pick up the KO here. Yep, that's fine. Gonna bring in the Cinderace. We did the same thing we did last time, except this time we just Max Knuckle into this Milotic to get an attack boost and become fighting type so we don't take a super effective hit from Milotic. Plus our Dracovish gets to go to +1 after the +1's attack after this. So we'll still deal a decent chunk. I believe high jump kicks 95 Max Knuckle. So I don't think this will take out Milotic, but it'll do some damage. We're Dynamaxing the Milotic. I hope they realize that I'm not going to be a fire type anymore. They could be Max Hailstorm into the Dracovish. They also could have been Choice Specs into Ice Beam. Bop. Bop that one. Max Knuckle. Gonna get us an attack boost here. Probably put Milotic just below half. Oh, that did a lot more than I thought it was going to do. Okay. So their Milotic is definitely specs and is not bulky at all, really. Because that wouldn't have done a lot if this was a higher defensive Milotic. It's not specs at all, so it's just a berry. They just had a citrus berry. Okay, so Max Hailstorm into Dracovish? No, into Cinderace. That's not going to do a lot. Milotic's going to take some hail damage. I think Vicious Rend here still takes out Milotic. If the Max Knuckle did that much, you've got one more turn of Tailwind. There's the Clefairy. So now I think I have to click here. I think I max Airstream. No, they're just going to Hailstorm again. Clefairy's gonna follow me, yep. We're a +1 Dracovish, so this might still take it out at normal damage instead of double damage. It got close, okay. So we're gonna Max Knuckle again, get another attack boost. Take out Clefairy the rest of the way here. Milotic, if it uses Ice Beam, it's not gonna do as much as it did before. It's just gonna be whatever. And then we'll have to see what the last Pokemon is on their team. There's the Max Geyser. It's gonna hurt. We're still survived though. Tailwind's petered out, but that's fine. Depending on what this next Pokemon is. Urshifu, okay. So I think I maxed Guard to play around Sucker Punch and Vicious Rend the Urshifu. That seems like the smartest bet here. Like, I have to play around Sucker Punch here, otherwise I go down. Like, I'm still a fighting type, but Urshifu hits like a truck still. Opponent is taking a very long time to figure out what they want to do here. Like, we're gonna max Guard, become a normal type. They also max Guard. Good thing I wasn't attacking that slot. They went for Sucker Punch, which we predicted. The Urshifu can't have Sash. This is a +2 boosted, rain boosted Vicious Rend. Takes it out, no problem. Now the Dynamax is done on both sides, and Fisher's Friend will take out Milotic here every time. And there's no chip damage or anything to worry about. I was worried the tempo swing they got with the Manectric Protect there was going to be a problem, but it ended up not mattering at all. I'm going to just Pyro Ball just because I can. There's the Fisher's Friend. Should be able to pick it up here. Yep. Yeah, the Manectric Protect there was super obvious. I should have just expected that, but I wanted to make sure that they didn't just switch it out afterwards. That way, we actually we didn't lose any momentum. It was either that or Fisher's Friend into the Milotic, and had they maxed anything but Milotic, I think we might have been in more trouble than we were. Milotic having just water ice coverage most of the time means Cinderace can kind of play around that pretty well. But yeah, on to the next one. We are up against Tubas now, or Tubas? Tubas. I like Tubas. Wheels first, Tubas second. Galarian, Moltres, Cinderace, Chansey, Tyranitar, Cresselia, Milotic. Knowing that there's a Chansey means I have to bring Cinderace and I have to max when Chansey's on the field. Or at least so I can hit it and take it out. That being said, the other option is to taunt it with Whimsicott and keep Whimsicott around until Chansey's done. Dracovish, Whimsicott here I feel like is a safe combo. Cinderace in the back to deal with Tyranitar and Chansey. And then I kind of want to bring Celesteela just to wall this Moltres if it becomes a problem. Like, this team is very straightforward on its face what it's trying to do here. It's like, here's Trick Room things, here's Moltres, here's Cinderace, these all do things. Milotic's like an anti-intimidator, and Chansey's there just to be annoying. I have to bring an answer to Chansey, though, otherwise I will lose to Chansey. I've been in this situation multiple times where Chansey just stalls the game out, and you can't ever hit it. So, we will get underway here against Tubas. I love that name. League card needs work, but I love the name. Cinderace, Cresselia. So, we've led quite well here. We have the option to taunt the Cresselia and just Fisher's Friend the Cinderace. And I believe that is what we'll do. It's the most straight up play. Like, if they have Ally Switch, they have Ally Switch. It's whatever. And my goal is not to Dynamax until I can get Chansey on the field and can't swap away. Because then we can just Max Knuckle it and it goes down every time. Because I'm expecting Cresselia to set Trick Room. Because we are fast. Cinderace might swap out. If it does, whatever swaps in is taking a Fisher's Friend. No Ally Switch. That means the Cinderace is probably dead. Oh no, it's just going to U-turn. That's fine. That means almost assuredly that they're faster than Dracovish Scarf. Is that faster? Well, either way, Milotic's going to take a Fisher's Friend here. It's going to put it just above half, about 60%, and you can't use Trick Room now, which is fine. Now we can safely set up the Tailwind. Cresselia has Trick, because it has Flame Orb. We're going to Fisher's Friend. I think I'm just going to hit this Milotic again. I'm expecting Cresselia to swap out. Like, Cresselia comes out, Cinderace comes in, and I'm going to put damage on this Milotic. Yeah. I'm going to get Tailwind up. I'm going to outspeed everything now, for sure, with Scarf. And then I'm going to put some damage on this Milotic. Yeah. Myloc's gonna coil. That's fine. I wonder if Moonblast is enough to take it out in this range. Probably not. I have a feeling this doesn't have Protect. I don't think their Cinderace has Protect at all. The fact that their Cinderace was faster than me with Scarf is a little worrisome. They're going to swap Cinderace out into Cresselia. Cresselia's going to take a Vicious Rend here. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. We're going to hope Moonblast here picks up the KO on Milotic or at least gets it close. Yeah, it definitely gets it close. And we get the special attack drop. It means competitive's going to trigger, so it's going to get a +1 special attack now instead. I'm expecting Hypnosis. Yeah. We have to taunt Cresselia here. Like, we're forced into a taunt. And then we just keep clicking Vicious Rend into whatever slot we want here. They're trying to set up to where Chansey can do its thing. I feel like that's what the goal is. We're hoping for a fast wake up here on the Dracovish as well. If Cresselia ally switches to try and avoid the taunt, then Milotic gets taunted, which is fine. Milotic, Cresselia can also use Trick. Are we Dynamaxing the Milotic? I'm confused on what we're doing here. This feels very bad on their part. Yeah, they went for big Milotic, okay. I was expecting like a Recover this turn. Recover or just a damaging attack to try and take out the Dracovish. We're going to taunt Cresselia again just so it can't do anything. Like if all it does is Icy Wind, then that's fine. And if they take out Dracovish here, that's also fine. Guys are into Whimsicott. We're gonna take it out here, but that's fine, honestly. I really don't think that matters. Cresselia's gonna take burn damage here and get even lower. Yeah, you're not gonna get Trick Room off that. It's just not happening. Also, Milotic can't sleep us now. Bring in Celesteela. Celesteela's going to come in and Meteor Beam into the Milotic slot. And Dracovish is going to Vicious Rend in the Cresselia slot, hoping we wake up and expecting a switch. Again. Expecting another switch. What else is new? We're still asleep, but they didn't switch, so this is fine. Meteor Beam should be able to take out Milotic here, no problem. Bye-bye. Plus we get the Beast Boost, so now we're +2. So it's like having a weakness policy. Cresselia is probably going to Icy Wind. Grass Knot. Well, that's not going to do as much as you think it does. Yeah, it's very low damage. I'm expecting Cinderace to come back out here, just because it's faster than everything else in the field. Yep. We're going to Protect, and hopefully wake up here and Vicious Rend the Cinderace. They have no Dynamax now, which is good. The obvious play here is to attack the Celesteela, which is the problem. and have Cresselia just trip down this Dracovish. But we're hoping Dracovish wakes up this turn. This would be turn 2 of sleep, so yeah, it's gonna dodge. So I went for bounce, which is fine, honestly. We wake up. I'm not gonna hit our Vicious Rend. Cresselia's gonna Grass Knot again, which is fine. We Flash Cannon Cresselia and Vicious Rend the Cinderace slot. Bounce comes down, misses. That was huge. Vicious Rend picks up the KO on Cinderace. That miss was huge. I think we were in a really bad spot if that doesn't miss. So now it's whatever they have in the back versus Dracovish, Celesteela, and Cinderace, and we still have our Dynamax. So we're in a very commanding position here. Tyranitar. Okay, bringing Cinderace in the back was really important. I wish, though, we were what's the word? I wish we were Sandrush. I wish we were Sandrush now. So this Tyranitar is super dead. You can't survive the double up. You may not survive the Vicious Rend, honestly. Yeah, no, you don't. Okay. Real good game 2 here. I'm recording this on Christmas Day, and I think I'm going to just call it short and go ahead and end it here. This team has been notorious for doing 2 really good games and then losing the third in a very spectacular fashion. So I think we're going to call it here and and end on a high note with this team, because I do have a lot of good things to say about this team, and I don't want it to be tainted by the fact that I always lose game 3s with this one. Like I said before, the team's solid. It's got a lot of feel-good stuff. It's got speed control. It's got fast Mons. It's got Celesteela, which does its thing very, very well. You have screens with Raichu. You have Ceelytoed that hits like a truck. So the team itself, on its face, it does a lot of good things. They just don't all mesh well. If you understand that? Like I said, at the start, Ceelytoed sets Rain, which dampens Cinderace a little bit because Cinderace is your only fire coverage. And sometimes you need to hit that Pyro Ball, or you need to hit that G-Max Fireball, whatever it is. And the Rain just weakens your attack. Having 2 choice items as well is a problem. Locking Ceelytoed and Dracovish into one move is fine on its face, but when you get into actual battles and those are the only ones you got left, or you only have Ceelytoed left and you're stuck clicking Muddy Water against a water type, you kind of wish you were clicking Earth Power instead, and that just comes down to positioning well and trying to get things done, but you also don't have a solid answer to opposing water types on this team. Raichu having Volt Switch is the only super effective hit you have, so everything else is kind of just you need to try and get through. Carter brought it up in the podcast. Tapu Fini might be a problem, and it's not really a big problem. You have Celesteela, and you have Raichu, and Ceelytoed can all hit it for neutral damage most of the time, and not worry about its attacks back. Meteor Beam's a real big help into beating the Tapu Fini matchup, plus Flash Cannon. Earth Power, Volt Switch, these moves do fine against Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini's not the problem I'm really worried about. It's more the Laprases, the other really bulky water types that you see. Milotic is a big one. I had to make sure I just set up and beat Milotic twice now. And it's a real issue on this team that I don't have a way to beat it. If Whimsicott had Energy Ball instead of Moonblast, or Energy Ball instead of this Protect, I think it's probably fine. Having a second way to deal super effective damage to bulky waters was probably what this team is lacking the most. But yeah, outside of that, rental code on screen right now. Go and play with it. Make your own decisions. I'm a little bit picky when it comes to synergy style stuff, and I really want teams to mesh well. And this is just taking me out a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm familiar with all these things except for Cinderace. I don't play a Cinderace like ever, but I'm familiar with most of this other stuff, and it felt really, really powerful. I really, really liked it. I just had a few criticisms that I would adjust for next time. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world. Bye, everyone.